Yo guys, what is happening? Welcome back to World Games and welcome to another episode of the Let's Build a City in Minecraft. Today we're looking at how to build a simple parking garage. This building consists of 4 stories, one being an elevated rooftop parking lot and ramps to access each floor. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into how to build this. Alright guys, so jumping into the build today, we're going to be using a polished andesite as our main kind of construction block, and then we're going to be going with some black concrete as our floors. Another block that I'd recommend getting out would be some white carpet and possibly even some yellow carpet. I'm going to show you where that's going to come in handy here in a second. And then we're also going to be going along and using some stone fences. They're actually called walls. You can either use the cobblestone one. I think I'm going to use the andesite one in this case here. You could also use a stone brick. All of them would probably look just fine. But in this case, we're going to be using this color combination and setting things up here. So last episode, obviously, we built this building. So I'm just kind of building a parking garage to service it in some way. So we're going to go ahead and start building that. Alright, so we're going to start off with one pillar here in the corner going about 4 blocks high. And then we're going to start off by counting out 5 blocks over to here for our first window. We're going to actually continue this 3 times going down this way. And then we're going to go along here and start our first corner. On this one, we're also going to be following a 5 block wide pattern. However, we're going to do 4 of these sections this time as opposed to 3. Now when we approach the next corner, we're going to go along here and follow the exact same, making this building a rectangle. So we're going out another 5, just like so. Oh no, I think I messed up here. There we go. 5 blocks there and 5 blocks there. And then again, 5 blocks to end it off. Now it's simply just a matter of connecting the entire build. This isn't going to be one of the angled parking garages. Those are a little bit more challenging, but I will be interested in doing one of those in the future if you guys are interested in that. But for this one, we're just going to be sticking with a pretty straight design here and spreading them out by 5 blocks like so. Then obviously go ahead and build each one of these pillars up to the proper height. Time for the concrete. Go ahead to each corner and use the fill command to fill in the actual concrete. Of course, you can always place it by hand, but who wants to do that when you got the command? So there we go. We got our black concrete floor in there, which is obviously what the cars are going to drive in. Now in this particular design, I want the cars to drive in right here. So I would actually go along and break that out here, but we'll have to do that at the end because we are going to clone this building. So for right now, we're going to go along here with the andesite walls. We're going to go right along the bottom like so and create an andesite wall. And then we're going to go right along the top like so and create an andesite wall. This creates kind of a more structurally stable looking building. However, it still gives these kind of open areas as the parking garages do have. So we're going to go along and do this for every single window. And just as I'm doing this, I also realized you can use a string trick on top of these walls to make these little pillars in between. If that's something that you prefer, I'm not going to use it in this case, but some people do like to have some sort of middle pillars in there, making it look just a little bit more structurally secure. Also adds a little bit of detail as well. So kind of a cool thing to do if you're interested. Just go along and add string on top of the walls. Alright, so we've gone along here and filled in every single section. Assuming that the entrance is right here, the actual garage ramp will be over in this corner. It'll be 2 blocks wide, assuming that we're using kind of horses. Generally here. Anyway, we're going to go along here and build our slips or slots, whatever you want to call them, the actual parking spots. We're going to do 3 blocks like so, and I'm going to do them with this wool because I find it's a lot easier, but they're going to go 3 blocks out and 2 blocks wide. And yeah, I like using the wool because then you won't be able to see it, obviously, from the other side either, which I think definitely adds a little bit of, I don't know if it's detail or if it's just like, it just looks better. I think we can leave 2 there maybe. I don't know. It's a little tight. Obviously, nobody would park there though. So this should work. We'll go along though and add all of these. I don't know if we can add one in the middle or not, or if we will have enough room to do so. Let's try it here. That does leave 2, it only leaves 3 blocks. Oh no, I guess it only leaves 2 blocks to go by. In this case, I think we're going to do it. Usually wouldn't cramp them this much, but just for the case of Minecraft and whatever, I think it'll be okay. And people could still park in these or whatever. So there we go. We'll use this middle design here as well. If you want to make the building a little bit bigger to actually fit this, you could do that. But in this case, it will work okay. And just like that, we've pretty much laid out the parking garage. I'm going to avoid using this side because that is more of like a traffic lane. We might go along and add some slots there later, but as of right now, we're not going to. What you could do actually is right on the entrance here, just add them right here and going down and so forth. And then we have the ramp over in the corner. Oh, not like that. But you know what? We're going to wait till the end here and see how much room we have, and then we'll decide if we want to go about doing that. Last thing, of course, is some light. I'm going to go along and place torches. You could technically do some cool sea lantern stuff underneath the carpet because then it won't be visible from above, obviously, and then you'll have some cool overhead lights. In this case, I'm just going to go along and use torches like so, and that's going to light up the place pretty well. Actually, we'll go along here and add a couple middle lights just in case it gets dark in the middle. I'll just go along and add them on each one of these sections. Just demonstrate that as well. You can even go on the bottom of them and add trap doors when you're done. Just a whole bunch more detail stuff that you could do in that sense. Okay, so we'll start with that. That looks pretty good. And now we're going to go along here and grab each one of the corners. If you guys haven't watched, I have a video on the clone command and how to use the fill command. Both posted on the channel. I'll leave a link down below to those. and you guys can go along and check those out so you actually know how to do these commands. But in this case, we're going to be using the clone command to clone it, not just one story up, but two. And just like so, that's going to get us 2 more stories of this building. We're actually going to go one final story. However, we're going to remove a bunch of stuff here, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We have it up to there. Now we're going to remove everything from this level all the way over to this level here. So we're left with a 1 high wall that kind of protects this whole space, just like so. That's going to give us a nice little rooftop. Okay, so overall, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go along now and add a white quartz kind of layer around the roof here, kind of adding a little bit more detail as well. I really like adding these if you haven't been able to tell by all my buildings. But yes, these do add a little bit of detail on the roof level and just make it look a little bit more bulky, I suppose. Make the roof look appropriate for the building. So I do like to add these. We're going to go along here, though, and finish this one off. And this will be a nice little color as well, just to have the white here. Yeah, I do quite like that. Okay, cool. So we got this whole 3-story parking garage now. We just got to figure out a way to connect it. So if we enter here, so we can actually break all this now because this will actually be the entrance. We might want to add a really cool little pattern up here. Get some yellow concrete, maybe some gray concrete. Just go along here and add like a little height thing. You know, they have those height things that kind of say, you know, if you're a certain height, your vehicle's a certain height, you can't actually enter the garage. So maybe we'll go along here and do this. Again, I'm using a 2 wide scale for my vehicles. So in that case, I'm just going to go along here, maybe add a little like screen. Get a little painting action going on here. Painting. There we go. And I think this is going to be the entrance side because the road's going to curve around, so that should be okay. And then we have these 2 nice little in and out roads going here. If your roads were a little bit bigger, you could just scale this building up as well and even add some arrows and stuff indicating which way to go in and out. But that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Maybe even do something like that. Okay, cool. Little entrance. All right, so let's go on the inside now and experiment with what we can do in regards to a ramp. So we're going to go right over to here, and we're going to start with our 2 wide section. This is actually a really simple thing to do. We can even move it back 1. Oh, did I? Oh, right, of course. These top ones actually become all kind of like that because you're going to have, obviously, the roof above them. That actually looks fine, though. It definitely adds some cool detail as well. And I didn't even realize that, though. I kind of forgot that they would do that. But, yeah, it looks totally fine. And yeah, okay, let's go along here and add these little ramps. This will also make this one into a pillar, but that's why I did it in the back corner. Or no, it won't actually. It'll make this one into a pillar. But again, that's why I did it in the back corner, so it's not really that noticeable. In fact, we might even want to stretch this out a little bit more. Just like so. And that should do it. And then what we're going to do is just open all this up simply so we have a nice little area to get up on. Now I set it back 2 blocks there. They are going to need some room to actually go ahead here and enter the line. So on my next one, I'm just going to start it right here. And then just go along here. I wonder if I could actually line it up. Probably could. Is that enough height room to get down? It is kind of. So I think we're just going to line them up exactly like that. So they can just go along here and get up on the exact same scale, I guess you could say. It'll just go right above each other. They're all lined up perfectly. And then we'll go along up here and do the exact same thing. Kind of open up everything above here. Some people can actually get up. And then you simply start again right here. Go up to the top level now. And then the cars should be able to all drive up, or the horses, whatever you're using, and then they can get up to the top level here. Only a couple other things have to happen on this build. We're going to add some torches up here, just a little bit. Oh, I guess we can't add them on those ones, though. I did not even think about that. Okay, we're not going to add torches up here. You know what? Forget it, because I don't want them to dangle off the top. That's going to look kind of strange. We'll just leave it how it is. It's not a big deal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead here and add in the other side of the parking stuff, so we can do them all through here. Right over to the end. Maybe we put one there. That looks pretty good for the top level. Down here, we're also going to add some in. We're going to start them right here and then just follow along like so. Basically, just following the other side. And then we'll go down here again to, is this the second level? Yeah, the second level. We'll do the exact same thing. Pretty repetitive, but that's a lot of what parking garages are. Just a lot of repetition. We'll go down here then and not add any of those, I don't think. I mean, we could, technically, and just do that. And then cars could kind of go around them. That might work. You kind of squeeze through here and then you go up the ramp. Yeah, that works okay. You can even put one back here if you wanted to, because that's the right height. Why don't we do that? We'll go along and add one of those to every floor. Oh, I guess we can actually, because that's a landing platform. Just on that bottom level we can. Okay, cool. So I'm pretty happy with that, and that looks like a pretty good layout. And there you guys have it. That is a quick and simple little parking garage for your city right there in Minecraft. That's going to do it for today, though, guys. I really did enjoy building that build, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as well. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to go below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video.